ਦ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਨਿੱਘਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹੋਸਟ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਰੀ, ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਕੋਲੰਬੀਆ, ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਤੋਂ। ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਗੋਇੰ ਟੂ ਟਾਕ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਅ ਵੈਰੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਐਂਡ that is superstitions and Sikhism. Does Sikhism accept any kind of superstitions? Well, Gurmat is a way of life, but are we really understanding the meaning of Gurmat, and especially when it comes to superstitions? Why is it that still, despite the Guru telling us that no day is better than any other day, but we many times are considering some days to be better than others, and that is why we prefer to go, especially on those days, to the Gurdwaras. And similarly, there are many other things which have been told not to be followed by us, but we still follow them. So, what is the basic concept about superstitions? Let's get over to Dr. Kala Singh, a Sikh scholar, who will be talking on this issue, and our talk will be in English only because our basic purpose of talking in English is to reach our youngsters. So let's get over to Dr. Kala Singh and continue with the discussion. Dr. Kala Singh ji, ji आयनो वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.
Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh, Harpreet Singh Ji. This is a very important topic, superstitions, and what gurus have said about that. If we look at the superstitions, it is normally considered as good or bad superstitions, but they are false beliefs, they are ideas, and there are some practices or fear of something which cannot be explained rationally. It is commonly regarded as a luck, spirits, paranormal activities, and people put amulets in the neck or on the wrist, and going to the astrology and fortune telling. And in fact, what has been seen that some superstitions have scientific reasons, and they keep people safe, and they were started by our ancestors for some reason, but with time they became superstitions, and the real reason behind that was forgotten. And there are some self-proclaimed godmen, babajis, and all those sons, and other type of voodoo godmen. They extract money from people to solve their problems, and these godmen sometimes create the superstitions, and they ask for human sacrifices to solve those problems. And especially, we have seen in the newspaper that children have been sacrificed as a part of superstition to solve the problems. Especially to have children, by sacrificing some child. When we look at the superstitions, there are many of them. I will mention few of them, and most of them have got a scientific reason, or they were started by our ancestors for a reason. I will not go into the explanations of that, otherwise it will take a very long time. As you know that I have written two books, Gurbani Doctrines Part 1 and Part 2. They're available on Amazon.com. My third book, which is coming in a week's time, in that I have written in details about the explanations of all these superstitions. And those who want to know about them, they can get that book from Amazon.com. That is Gurbani Doctrines Part 3. The superstitions are like hanging lemons, garlic, chilies on the doors of the houses or the shops. Nazar utarna, putting a black spot on the forehead or on the neck. Touch wood, and common belief not to sleep at night under a tree. There are ghosts there at night, and they kill the people. And bathing, taking a bath after attending a funeral ceremony. Don't wash your hair on certain days. Eating curd and sugar before going out. Swallow tulsi, not chew it. Crush the head of the snake, and it's a common belief that if you don't crush the head of the snake after killing, the partner will see your image in the eyes of the dead snake, and the partner will come and kill you. And then there is cooking only after Shraddh is done, and staying indoors during sun eclipse. Do not sweep the house after sunset. Do not cut nails after the sunset. Women are impure during menstrual periods. And if there's a black cat uh, crosses your way, or somebody sneezes, it's a bad omen. Don't go, stop for some time. Twinkling of the eyes is a bad omen. And putting a 1 rupee or $1 note to the gift money. And when welcoming some important guest, or especially newlyweds in the house, put mustard oil, sarson oil on the both sides of the doors, and Maya Vatana. All these things are superstitions. So that book will tell you in detail about the
Right.
explanations.
That's
Now we come to the Gurbat
Before we
perspective.
go further, also we talked about the gurdwaras, like I mentioned in the beginning also. Many times we consider some days to be auspicious, better than the others. And even in gurdwaras, it is propagated, especially when it is Sangrand or some other, particular day, that is a very holy day. What does Gurmat say about it? And also some of the gurdwaras where it is said that if you go there, you'll be blessed with the sun. There are many such gurdwaras also where this is the kind of thinking people have. Doesn't this fall in superstitions?
Yes, in fact, what the superstitions have told so far, they are the cultural superstitions. Then there are some superstitions which are attached to the religions. So I'm into that one now, like cleaning the Nishan Sahib with milk, cleaning the Thada Sahib where Guru Granth Sahib is installed with milk, and decorating the Gurudwaras and Guru Granth Sahib with flowers. Let's go into that. On page 485 of Guru Granth Sahib, Guru says, आनी ले कुंभ भराई ले उदक ठाकुर को स्नान करो 42 जल लख जी जल में होते बिठल पहला काय करो जित्र जाओ तित बिठल बैठा महा आनंद करे सद केला रहो आनी ले फूल पराई ले माला ठाकुर की हों पूज करो पहले बास लई है भवर है बिठल पहला काय करो आनी ले दूध हृदय ले खीरम ठाकुर को नैवेद करो पहले दूध बटारियो बछड़े बिठल पहला काय करो इबे बिठल उबे बिठल बिठल बिल संसार नहीं थान तनंतर नामा प्रणमय पूर रहो तू सर्वमही. Now Bhakti Namdev is saying that God is prevalent in each and every molecule of this cosmos. Why should I bathe the God's idol with water, which contains millions of species of living beings? God is prevalent in them and is already bathing. Why should I garland the God's idol with flowers for fragrance, where the God is present in the bumblebee and is already sucking the fragrance from the flowers?
Right.
Why should I offer pudding of the God to the God's idol while God is present in the calf who has already sucked the milk? Now we read these Shabads in the Gurdwara, but we still do the same things. पाती तोरे मारनी पाती पाती जियो जिस पाहन को पाती तोरे सो पाहन निर्जियो भूली मारनी है एओ सतगुर जागता है देव रहो. On page 479 in the Shabad, Guru is saying, he's clarifying in fact that all the plants, leaves and flowers are living beings.
Right.
Why should I tear them to decorate any object which is non-living, including all these religious places? Why should I do it? But we read this Shabad and we still decorate the Guru Granth Sahib with the flowers. It
Thank you,
clearly
Doctor.
shows.
Absolutely, Ji, that shows where we stand. And thank you for raising this issue and bringing it forward in a very simple way. It's time for a break. We'll go for a break. Once we are back, we'll continue with the discussion and learn more from you as to what Guru Granth Sahib tells us about superstitions, as you are pointing out, and we'll bring up some issues which we face daily in our lives. So we'll be shortly back.
हर रंग है साडे को, हर मॉडल, हर एक दी अपनी वक्री पहचान। ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਡਾ ਕਰਮ ਹੈ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਾਉਣਾ, ਸਫ਼ਰ ਨੂੰ ਸੌਖਾ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ। ਬਸੰਤ ਮੋਟਰਸ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਰਕੇ।
During Vaisakhi, Sikhs around the world celebrate the establishment of the Khalsa. It is a time for faithful rededication to the core Sikh values of Seva, which is selfless service to others. Sikhs use this time to bless others, offering help and hope to those around them. As you continue to carry this inspiring legacy forward with generosity, I extend best wishes to all those celebrating. Happy Vaisakhi.
है जुल्म ढाने का अंदाज भी कितना हंसी, हमारी जान पर बनाई है जब जब उसने अंगड़ाई ली। कभी खामोश रहते हैं, कभी शोर होता है। मोहब्बत में शरारत का मजा कुछ और होता है। दिल को जज्बात का तोहफा, खामोशियों को बात का तोहफा, खूबसूरती में जड़ी नजाकत अदाओं की चांद से मुखड़े को चांद सा तोहफा।
भारत ज्वेलर्स, सच्चे प्यार की चमक जैसा। फाइल बिजनेस सेंटर सरी।
ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਰੀ, ਡੈਲਟਾ, ਰਿਚਮੰਡ, ਐਬਸਫੋਰਡ ਜਾਂ ਵੈਂਕੂਵਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਵਾਂ ਘਰ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੋਚ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਰੈਨੋਵੇਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ? ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਤਜਰਬੇਕਾਰ ਬਿਲਡਰ, ਇੱਕ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟਿਵ ਇੰਟੀਰੀਅਰ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨਰ ਦੀ, ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਹੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਗਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਉਸਾਰ ਸਕਣ। ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਜਾਂ ਸੰਦੀਪ 6048259295 ਉੱਤੇ।
ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਫਿਰ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ। ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਉਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਹਿਯੋਗੀ ਹਨ AMC ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ। ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੋਮ, ਆਟੋ, ਟਰੈਵਲ, ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ, ਲਾਈਫ ਜਾਂ ਰਿਕ੍ਰੀਏਸ਼ਨਲ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਲੈਣ ਦੀ ਸੋਚ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ 9 ਬ੍ਰਾਂਚਿਸ ਨੇ ਲੋਅਰ ਮੇਨਲੈਂਡ ਵਿੱਚ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਹਫਤੇ ਦੇ 7 ਦਿਨ ਖੁੱਲ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਸਵੇਰੇ 9 ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਰਾਤ ਦੇ 9 ਵਜੇ ਤੱਕ। ਹੋਰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲਈ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 604 507 6666 604 507 6666। ਸਾਡੇ ਅਗਲੇ ਸਹਿਯੋਗੀ ਹਨ ਅਭਿਸ਼ੇਕ ਗਰੋਵਰ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ। ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਅਤੇ ਕਮਰਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ। ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਬੈਟਰ ਰੇਟਸ ਲੈਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਵਾਅਦਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਐਡਰੈਸ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਨੰਬਰ 104 ਅਤੇ 105, 6678 152 ਸਟਰੀਟ ਸਰੀ, 6678 152 ਸਟਰੀਟ ਸਰੀ। फ़ोन नंबर है 6047861937, 604 786 1937। So at this program which we are talking to Dr. Kala Singh, and we are talking about superstitions in Sikhism, as to what kind of superstitions we have adopted and still we consider ourselves to be Sikhs. What does Guru Granth Sahib say about it? Let's get over to Dr. Kala Singh once again and learn from him. Dr. Kala Singh ji, before the break you were talking about how we have started following these things which the Guru tells us not to do those things, but we still do it. What else do you think where we are getting superstitious and we are adopting those rituals and ceremonies in our daily life?
Yeah, so now we come to what you said in the beginning, that there are gurdwaras where we go, that my worldly temptations, whatever I want, will be fulfilled. And we do puja of gods, goddesses. We go to Brahmins, we go to Panditji, to the Peer, Fakir, to the astrologers to fulfill these worldly ambitions. But what Guru says on page 221, एक सुख मानिया सहज मिलाया निर्मल बाणी परम चुकाया. So this is our param. This is our delusion that by going to certain gurdwara or by getting some puja done from a peer fakir or from the Brahman or doing puja of certain gods and goddesses, our worldly ambitions will be fulfilled. But Guru says, I enjoyed one and only one happiness, which is tranquility of my mind, through the immaculate Bani, which dispelled my doubts, these my delusions, by this param, that no one else can bring this celestial peace except by imbibing godly virtues. So, if we waste our money, our time and energy on other things like going to the special gurdwaras and doing all these pujas. It is a futile exercise. Then there is a belief in good or bad omens, shagan and upshagan, that is called in Punjabi. On page 401, Guru says, Shagun upshagun tis kulag hai, jise cheet na aave, tis jaman ned na aave, jo har prabha pahve. Fear of good omens or bad omens affects only those people who do not have virtues of the God in them. Even ardent worldly temptations, that is called jam, don't affect those who enshrine virtues of the God in their mind. So, Sikhs should not believe in shagun and upshagun, good or bad omens. In Vedic calendar, some days are considered auspicious and certain days are considered bad to start a project and the activities. Now, what Gurmat says about that? On page 842, Guru says, Thitti var sab sabad suhaye, Satgur seve ta phal paye. Thitti var sab aave jahe, Gur shabad nehchal sada sach samahe. Believing certain days and dates to be auspicious, people perform certain religious rites and expect a reward out of it. But all the days and the days of the week are sacred when one contemplates the spiritual teachings of the Guru, that is the Shabad. So, Sikhs should not believe that certain days are good or certain days are bad. Sometimes we stop, like in rural areas, if a low caste like Dalit crosses the path, Brahmin stops. I should not go now because a Dalit has crossed my way. Or a black cat crosses the way, or somebody sneezes, we stop. And if we hear the cries of an animal, we stop, that something bad is going to happen. Here I have taken up by Gurdas Ji the war number 20, body number 8. Sajja khabba saun na man vasaya, nar puruk no vek na pair hataya, पाख सुपाख विचार न छिक मनाया, देवी देव न सेव न पूज कराया, भंबल पूसे खाए न मन परमाया, गुरुमुख सच्चा खेत बीज फलाया. The Guru Sikhs never take to their heart the omen of the right foot or the left foot. They do not retrace their steps while seeing a man or woman crossing their path. Here we're talking about the Dalit people. They do not pay attention to the cries of the animals or sneezing. The Guru Sikhs do not worship gods and goddesses. By not entangling in deceit, they do not allow their minds to wander. The Guru Sikhs have sowed the seed of truth in the field of their life and have made it fruitful in that way. So, Sikhs should not believe in these types of delusions. Fasting or performing other religious rituals on Masya and thinking that I will get mukti because of that. On page 343, Guru says, Thitti, अम्मावास में आस निवार हूँ, अंतर्जामी राम सवार हूँ, जीवत पावो मोख द्वार, अन पाओ सबद tat nij sar. I give up superstitious hopes of attaining mukti by fasting and other religious rituals on the day of Amavas, Masya. Instead, I imbibe godly virtues in my mind. That way, I have attained the salvation, the mukti,
Right.
from ardent worldly temptations now while living. And talking about Purnamasi is an auspicious day. People go to the Gurdwara specifically on Purnamasi. That today is an auspicious day, but Guru says on page 44, Punyo Pura Chand Akas, Pasrah Kala Sahaj Paragas, Ad Ant Mad Hoye, Reha Thir, Sukh Sagar Meh, Rameh Kabir. Here Bhagat Kabir is saying that on the day of Punya, that is Purnamasi, the full moon fills the sky. Its power is diffused through its gentle light in the beginning, in the end, in the middle. That is always and forever. That means godly virtues remain firm and steady.
Right.
Here Bhagat Kabir says, I immerse in the ocean of peace and get virtues of the God. Then, as full moon on Punya manifests light, in the same way, calm and equipoise will manifest in my mind. Amavas and Punya here are used metaphorically.
Right.
They have no importance in Gurmat.
Great. Thank
Coming to
you.
Samrand.
Dr. Saab, these are very important, relevant points that you're bringing. I'll go for a break, and once I'm back, I'll like to learn more from you. Doing part is wonderful, but when you are told do these many number of parts and your wishes will be fulfilled, or we have even segregated Guru Granth Sahib into different parts like Dukh Panjani or Sukhmani Sahib for Sukh and Dukh Panjani. So if you have any problems, they'll be solved. How is this considered according to Gurbani? And also, when you talked about Pandits, during marriage time, Patris are matched by the Sikh families. So which way are we heading to, and what does Gurmat say about it? Let's go for a break. We'll be back and learn from you. And as you have already touched about the concept of fasting for long life of husbands, well, in some religions it is acceptable. The Hindu community accepts it. It's great. But in Sikhism also we see women doing the same kind of fasting for the long life of husbands. So all these issues, are these not superstitions? We'll touch these issues after this break and learn from you.
ਘਰ ਇੱਕ ਐਸੀ ਥਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਹਰ ਕੋਈ ਆਪਣੀ ਨਿੱਜੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਸੁਨਹਿਰੀ ਪਲ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰਿਆ ਜੀਵਨ ਬਤੀਤ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਪੂਰੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਦ ਕਿਸੇ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਜੇ ਹੋਏ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਬਦਲਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਨਵੇਂ ਘਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫਰੇਮਿੰਗ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ਿੰਗ ਤੱਕ, ਡ੍ਰੇਪਰੀ, ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗਸ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਡੈਕੋਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਐਸੈਸਰੀਜ਼ ਤੱਕ, ਤੁਸੀਂ SK ਹੋਮ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੁਪਨਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਹਕੀਕਤ 'ਚ ਬਦਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰੋ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਕੌਰ 6048259295।
ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ? ਸੁਖੀ ਬਾਟ ਮੋਟਰਸ ਦੇ ਓਨਰ ਸੁਖੀ ਬਾਟ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਇੰਟੈਲੀਜੈਂਸ ਦਾ ਉਦਾਹਰਨ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਾਰ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਖ ਸੁਖੀ ਬਾਟ ਮੋਟਰਸ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਸਰੀ ਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਟਰੱਕ ਸੈਂਟਰ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲੋੜ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੋੜੀਂਦੇ ਟਰੱਕਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸਪੇਸ, ਮੋਡੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਫਿਊਲ ਐਫੀਸ਼ੀਐਂਸੀ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਧਿਆਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੁਖੀ ਬਾਟ ਟਰੱਕ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਟਰੱਕਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਟੌਰ।
ਵੈਨਕਾਸਾ ਟਾਈਲ ਅਤੇ ਸਟੋਨ ਸ਼ੋਰੂਮ ਇੱਕ ਐਸੀ ਥਾਂ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਲਸੇਲ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਹਰ ਕਿਸਮ ਦੀਆਂ ਟਾਈਲਸ, ਸਟੋਨ, ਮਾਰਬਲ, ਬੈਕਸਪਲੈਸ਼, ਮੋਜ਼ੇਕ ਆਦਿ ਵਾਜਬ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਟਾਲੀਅਨ, ਸਪੈਨਿਸ਼, ਚਾਈਨੀਜ਼ ਪੋਰਸਲਨ ਜਾਂ ਸਿਰੈਮਿਕ ਟਾਈਲਸ ਜਾਂ ਮਾਰਬਲ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਆਰਡਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਂ ਕਲੀਅਰੈਂਸ ਤੇ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਮਾਲਕ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟ ਟਾਈਲਸ ਇੰਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਜਿਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਿੰਗਾਰ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਵਿਜ਼ਿਟ ਕਰੋ 13042 84 ਐਵਨਿਊ ਸਰੀ। ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਹਿੰਦੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 604 330 7363 604 330 7363।
हर रोज पूछे ये हवाएं, हम तो बता के हारे, क्यों जिक्र तेरा करते हैं हमसे तारे। हर रोज पूछे ये हवाएं, हम तो बता के हारे, क्यों जिक्र तेरा करते हैं हमसे तारे। अब किससे है तेरे होठों पे मेरे इज़हार आया, दिल को करार है प्यार आया, पहली पहली बार आया, ओ यारा।
ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਫਿਰ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵਿੱਚ। ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਕਾਲਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਪਸ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਈਏ, ਦੱਸ ਦਈਏ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਉਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਹਿਯੋਗੀ ਹਨ ਅਗਨੀਹੋਤਰੀ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ। ਟੈਂਪਰੇਰੀ ਸਟੇਟਸ PR, ਨਵੇਂ ਹੋ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ, ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਸੰਬੰਧੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਕਰਨ ਨੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਜਾਂ ਗ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਜਾਂ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਰੀ ਵਰਕਰਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰੋ ਨੀਰਾ ਅਗਨੀਹੋਤਰੀ ਨਾਲ। 2006 ਤੋਂ ਸਰਟੀਫਾਈਡ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੰਸਲਟੈਂਟ ਵਜੋਂ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਓਨੈਸਟ ਤੇ ਰਿਲਾਇਬਲ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਣ ਦਾ ਵਾਅਦਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਹੋਰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲਈ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 6045972284 604 597 2284। Today we are talking to Dr. Kala Singh about superstitions and Sikhism, and there are many things which the Guru forbids us from doing, but we are still doing it and we call ourselves Sikhs. The purpose of this program is that our youngsters can get involved, and that is why we are talking in English. So let's get back to him and touch those aspects which before the break Dr. Kala Singh touched briefly, and I raised those points. So Dr. Kala Singh, some of the points that I have raised, could you elaborate now or before, after you finish off what you have to say?
No, I'll do it right away. The points you raised was that we do Sukhmani Sabda part or Japji Sabda part for these many number of times, or Sukhmani Sabda part for these many number of times to get some worldly temptations filled up.
Ji.
We have already touched it, that worldly temptations filling by doing certain types of puja part is totally against the Gurmat. And then there is a Shabad by Panjve Pacha, Path padyo or Ved bichariyo, Nivar Pangam Sache, Panch Jana Sang, Sangana Chutko, Anakambad Bade, Pyare, Inevitable Najai, मैं किए कर्म अनेका, हार प्रयो स्वामी के द्वारे दीजय बुद्ध विवेका. Doing a part or doing other type of ritualistic activities, I am not going to fulfill any purpose. So at the end, I went to the Guru and asked for Buddha Viveka, wisdom, good wisdom, so that I can live my life peacefully. So by doing a part and getting knowledge out of it, getting wisdom out of it, that is the purpose. But doing a part to fulfill certain and ambitions and expecting that ambition to be fulfilled is un-Gurmat. It is against the Gurmat. राज ना चाहूं, मुक्त ना चाहूं, पर प्रीत चरण कमलारे.
Right.
So we don't look for Raj, we don't look for any of these ambitions. We want contentment in our life. Now coming to the other point here about going to the Gurdwara on certain days is the Sangrant. People go to, we discuss about Purnamasi, about Sangrant on certain days, but we have seen the Shabads, which I have already quoted, that certain days or certain times or certain dates, they are all same. And in Baramaha, people say because of Barama, because Guru has written, so we should go to listen to the Barama to Gurdwara that day. But in Barama itself, Guru says, Mahadivas Murt Pale, जिसका नदर करे नानक मंगे दरस दान कृपा करो हरे. Any maah, any month, any day or any time, they are good only when I am connected with you, the God, the godly virtues. And if you want to know about the detail about this thing, it is again in my book Gurbani Doctrines Part 2. There is a very much detailed chapter on this one, and we can those who want to go, they can go through to this one.
Right.
And then Guru says on page 1002, फूटो आंडा भरमका मनहे पयो प्रगास काटी बेरी पगड़ते पगहते गुर कीनी बंद खलास. Futo anda paramka. Guru says, when an egg of superstitions broke, my mind got illuminated from the spiritual knowledge, that is the gyan of the Guru.
Right.
Thus Guru broke the shackles of superstitions. Now Guru has used here the word egg, anda, not panda, not pot. Because when pot breaks, when panda breaks, whatever is in it is spilled out everywhere. But when anda breaks, the egg breaks, then a new life comes out of it. So when my anda, egg of superstition broke, a new Kala Singh is born from that, who was free of superstitions. So Guru told us that we should be nirpao. We should not have paho, dar, fear of anything in this world. When we did the Mool Mantra nirpao nirvair, that is there where the nirpao comes. And most of the people, they follow these superstitions because they are afraid that something bad might happen if we don't follow this ritual. But Guru says we should be nirpaho.
Right.
We shouldn't fear anything. No superstitions, nobody, no God, no goddesses, no this supernatural powers, not this godmen, not these pandits who make you afraid, fear all these superstitions. This is what was being done when Guru Nanak came and he noticed all these things were happening and he spoke against this. And today, again, Harpreet Singh Ji, there is a need that we should speak Guru Nanak's words again and again and let people know that all these superstitions are not there and we should not be afraid of them.
Absolutely, Dr. Kala Singh, you're very true. Like fasting also you have talked about. Our ladies are doing Karwa Chauth, and then patris are being made to, meet during the marriage ceremonies. Which way are we heading? The Guru had taken us out of all these things, and Guru Granth Sahib specifically talks. But unfortunately, even in some Gurdwaras, these kind of things are being propagated, and until unless while we call ourselves unique, we'll only become unique if we follow what the Guru tells us, not just by our appearances, but we have to follow and imbibe those qualities that the Guru has told us to imbibe. Thank you very much for raising these issues, and we hope our youngsters specifically will learn a lot from this, and even our elders also will start looking into these aspects, because if some religions are following it, it's great, but as Sikhs, we are debarred from doing all these things. But if we still do that and call ourselves Sikhs, then it is very unfortunate. Dr. Kala Singh Ji, thank you very much for your time. Yeah, please, anything else in conclusion if you would like to say anything?
Yeah, in fact, you talked about marriage ceremony. I was going to talk about Vatna, that we do Vatna, that haldi thing.
Right.
When I looked into the explanation of it, that during old times, there were no beauty shops.
Right.
And to beautify the skin, Vatna was discovered, and people were using it, and it was effective. But now people go to the beauty shops also, beauty salons also, and do Vatna also, because Vatna is not done, something bad might happen because it is an auspicious thing to do.
Right.
so this type of superstition that go to the beauty salon also and do Vatna also,
Right.
So these are the things. If they read the book, I have written everything in very great detail about these things. Yeah.
Excellent. Wonderful. Dr. Saab, thank you very much for your time. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
So this was Dr. Kala Singh, who talked about superstitions and Sikhism. And as we have really pointed out, there are so many things which we have started following which are not allowed to us, but then cultural influences, other influences on us have really forced us to follow these things, but Guru Granth Sahib is very clear. Gurmat is a way of life. Let's adopt the teachings of Guru Granth Sahib and become role models not only for our families but for the communities also. Because today it's a big challenge what we are facing, and the way we have started doing all these things and then again we claim ourselves to be unique, this is not synonymous. This doesn't go hand in hand. So we have to look into this and just believe in one Lord, and whatever he or she, whatever we say God is, does to us, let's accept this, because the concept of Pana which has been introduced to us just tells us to just accept what the Guru does for us, and our extreme faith in the Guru should be supreme rather than just running here and there. Well, thank you very much for sparing your valuable time and being a part of this program. If you have any questions, please do approach to us. You can email me at harpreetsingshow@gmail.com, or you can WhatsApp me at 604-603-7555. And if you want to talk to Dr. Kala Singh directly, you can call him at 778-900-7286. ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ। ਸਭ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਫਿਰ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਅਤੇ ਜੇਕਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਵਿਸ਼ਾ ਹੋਏ ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹੋ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਵਟਾਂਦਰਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਲਾਜ਼ਮੀ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰੋ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਲਿਆ ਕੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਦ ਆਈਡੀਆ ਆਫ ਦਿਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਇਜ਼ ਟੂ ਐਜੂਕੇਟ ਯੂ, ਇੰਸਪਾਇਰ ਯੂ ਐਂਡ ਟੂ ਐਮਪਾਵਰ ਯੂ। Once again, thank you very much. Have a safe evening, stay healthy and enjoy yourself.